Welcome to the exhilarating world of mukbangs, a unique culinary adventure unlike any other. A world where gastronomic indulgence meets visual entertainment. Mukbangs are a phenomenon that has transcended borders, cultures, and palates around the globe. So you ask, what exactly is a mukbang? Originating from South Korea, the term mukbang blends two Korean words, mukja meaning let's eat and bangsong translating to broadcast. Together they form mukbang, a live-streamed eating show where hosts, often referred to as broadcast jockeys or BJs, consume large quantities of food while interacting with their audience. Mukbangs first sprouted in the land of morning calm South Korea around the mid-2000s. In a society where food is an integral element of social bonding, mukbangs offered a virtual dining experience, especially for those who find themselves eating alone. The trend quickly gained traction, and what started as a niche internet fad has now become a global sensation. Today, mukbangs have transcended their South Korean roots and have found a home on the World Wide Web. From the United States to the United Kingdom, from Australia to Zimbabwe, mukbangs have become a global culinary spectacle. They have created a community of food enthusiasts who love to watch their favorite hosts chomping down on everything from spicy Korean noodles to juicy cheeseburgers, from succulent sushi platters to decadent desserts. The popularity of mukbangs can be attributed to many factors. Some find the sound of people eating comforting. Others enjoy the vicarious pleasure of watching someone indulge in their favorite foods. Some tune in for the host's entertaining conversations, while others find a sense of connection in the shared experience of eating. But one thing is certain, mukbangs have carved out a unique space in the intersection of food, entertainment, and digital culture. They have brought together a diverse community of food lovers, ASMR enthusiasts, and those who simply enjoy the spectacle of a good feast. Embark on this culinary journey with us, where food meets entertainment in the most delightful way. Creating a mukbang feast is an art in itself. It's not just about the food, but the whole experience. One might think that any meal could be a mukbang meal, but that's far from the truth. To create a mukbang masterpiece, you need to consider three key elements: visual appeal, taste variety, and quantity. The first step in the art of mukbang meal preparation is selecting the right food. Visual appeal is crucial. Remember, mukbang is a feast for the eyes as well as the stomach. You want to create a symphony of colors and textures that will keep your viewers entranced. Think vibrant, fresh ingredients, dishes with a variety of textures, and a layout that's pleasing to the eye. Next, we move to taste variety. The magic of mukbang lies in the diversity of flavors and sensations that each bite brings. You want your viewers to experience the crunch of fresh vegetables, the richness of well-marinated meat, the tang of pickles, the sweetness of desserts, all within a single meal. Variety isn't just the spice of life, it's the spice of mukbang. And then there's quantity. In the world of mukbang, more is more. The table should be laden with food, spilling over with an array of different dishes. This isn't just about indulgence, but about creating an image of abundance, a cornucopia of deliciousness. It's about making your viewers feel that they're part of a lavish feast, even if they're watching from their living room. But the art of mukbang doesn't stop at the food. The setting of the eating space is equally important. This is where you set the tone for your mukbang experience. Whether you choose a minimalist backdrop to make your food pop, or create a cozy, homey atmosphere with warm lighting and comfortable seating, the space should be inviting, making your viewers feel like they're sitting right there with you, sharing in the feast. And let's not forget the utensils. The right utensils can add a whole new layer of sensory delight. The clink of metal chopsticks, the scrape of a spoon against a bowl, the crunch of food being sliced. These are all part of the auditory experience of mukbang. So, you see, creating a mukbang feast isn't simply about cooking a meal. It's about crafting an experience. It's about creating a visual spectacle that's as delightful to watch as it is to eat. It's about sharing a moment of indulgence. a moment of joy with your viewers. With the perfect feast ready, it's time to dive into the heart of mukbang, the eating spectacle. Now comes the most awaited part of a mukbang, the feast. It's the moment where all the anticipation culminates into a delightful banquet, a feast for both the eyes and the stomach. So, how does one start a mukbang feast? It begins with an array of dishes spread out like a vibrant palette of flavors and textures. The feast isn't just about quantity, but also variety. From the crackling crunch of fried chicken to the soothing slurp of ramen, every dish adds a unique note to the symphony of the mukbang experience. The mukbang feast is a performance, and like any good performance, it's all about engaging with the audience. But how does one do that without speaking? That's where the art of eating comes into play. The sound of chewing, the sight of savoring each bite, the subtle expressions of delight and satisfaction, they all come together to create a captivating and immersive eating experience. And let's not forget the star of the show, the food itself. The way the food is eaten can transform a simple meal into an engaging spectacle. The first bite is crucial. It sets the tone for the rest of the feast. The crunch, the slurp, the ooze, each sound is a note in the melody of the mukbang. The feast continues, each dish savored with an enthusiasm that's infectious. It's not about gobbling down the food, but about savoring each bite, letting the flavors dance on the tongue, and reveling in the sensory experience. But mukbang isn't just about the food or the eating, it's about sharing a meal. Each bite, each sound, each expression is a way of inviting the audience to partake in the feast, to share in the joy of food. It's about creating a sense of community, a virtual dinner table where everyone is welcome. And that's the beauty of a mukbang feast. It's a feast that's shared, not just consumed. It's a celebration of food, of sharing, of community. So next time you sit down for a mukbang feast, remember, it's not just about eating. It's about sharing a meal, creating a sense of community, and most importantly, enjoying the feast. Remember, mukbang isn't just about eating. It's about sharing a meal and creating a sense of community. As the feast continues, the mukbang experience truly comes alive. Mukbang isn't just about the food, it's about the journey of flavors, textures, and sounds that each dish presents. Every bite is a symphony of tastes that dances on the palate, a revelry of sweet, sour, salty, and spicy notes that create a symphony in the mouth. But it's not just the taste that makes mukbang a sensory extravaganza. It's the sounds too, the soft murmurs of appreciation, the gentle clinking of cutlery, the sizzling of food in the pan, the crunching, the slurping, the smacking of lips, the exuberant exclamations of delight. Each sound is a testament to the deliciousness of the food and the joy of eating. It's an auditory feast that complements the visual and gustatory spectacle. The conversation is another integral part of the mukbang experience. It's a chance for the mukbanger to share their thoughts, their stories, their day with their audience. The dialogue can range from the mundane to the exciting, from the humorous to the poignant, from the personal to the universal. It's an opportunity for the mukbanger to connect with their audience on a deeper level, to create a sense of community and camaraderie. And then, there's the role of the audience. The audience is not just a passive observer, they are an active participant in the mukbang experience. They share in the joy of discovery, the anticipation of the next bite, the satisfaction of a meal well enjoyed. They engage with the mukbanger, leaving comments, sharing their own experiences, expressing their appreciation. The audience is also the source of encouragement and motivation for the mukbanger. They cheer them on, encourage them to try new foods, share in their triumphs and their failures. It's a symbiotic relationship where the mukbanger and the audience feed off each other's energy and enthusiasm. The mukbang experience is a celebration of food and fellowship. It's a testament to the universal love for food and the joy of sharing a meal. It's a celebration of diversity, of different cuisines and cultures, of new flavors and experiences. It's a platform for food lovers to come together, to share their passion, to learn from each other, to bond over their common love for food. But above all, the mukbang experience is about connection. Connection with food, connection with the audience, connection with oneself. It's about breaking down barriers, about fostering understanding and empathy, about creating a space where everyone is welcome, where everyone is part of the feast. So as you sit there watching the mukbanger devour their feast, you are not just a spectator. You are a part of the experience. You are a part of the celebration. You are a part of the community. You are a part of the mukbang. A mukbang isn't just a meal. It's a feast for the senses and a communal experience that brings people together. All good things must come to an end, and so does our mukbang feast. Even as we bid adieu to our culinary journey, let's take a moment to appreciate the process that follows the feast, the wrapping up. It's not just about cleaning the table or washing the dishes. It's about the ritual of concluding a meal that was shared with thousands, perhaps millions, from around the globe. It's about cherishing the bond that food forms amongst us, the shared experience of a mukbang feast that transcends cultures and continents. Cleaning up after a mukbang is a bit like reminiscing over the meal itself. Each dish, each morsel has a story to tell, a tale of flavors, textures, and the sheer joy of the feast. As we pack away the leftovers, rinse the plates, and wipe the table clean, we relive the entire mukbang in a way. The spicy tang of the kimchi, the comforting warmth of the ramen, the crispy crunch of the fried chicken, they all come rushing back, a sweet reminder of the feast that was. But the mukbang experience is not just about the food, it's also about the people who joined us on this journey, the audience who tuned in to share the feast with us. As we wrap up, it's essential to take a moment to express our gratitude. Each view, each like, each comment represents someone who chose to spend their time with us, to share in our mukbang feast. Their participation, their engagement, is what truly makes the mukbang experience special. So, as we conclude our feast, we say a heartfelt thank you. Thank you for being a part of our mukbang journey, for sharing in the joy of the feast, for making the experience so much more enriching. Your presence, your participation, lends meaning to the mukbang, turning a simple meal into a global feast. The end of the mukbang is also a time for reflection. It's a moment to look back at the feast, to ponder over the flavors savored, the dishes discovered, the stories shared. It's a moment to appreciate the magic of mukbang, the way it brings people together, the way it turns a meal into a celebration. And so, as we bid goodbye to our feast, we also look forward to the next. Because the beauty of mukbang is that there's always another feast to look forward to, another culinary journey to embark on. The next time we gather around the table, we'll be ready to dive into a new spread of dishes, to share new stories, to create new memories. With the feast concluded, the mukbang experience doesn't end here, because each mukbang is not just a meal, it's a chapter in an ongoing culinary saga, a saga that we write together, one feast at a time. So here's to the next chapter, to the next mukbang. Until then, keep the spirit of the feast alive, and remember, the mukbang experience is as much about the journey as it is about the destination. The mukbang community is more than just viewers and creators. It's a family brought together by a shared love for food and entertainment. In the mukbang world, no one is merely an observer. Everyone has a role to play, and each role is just as crucial as the next. The mukbang community thrives on the participation and interaction of its members. It's a delightful, bustling hub where food lovers gather to share, engage, and indulge in the joy of eating. You see, the beauty of mukbang isn't just in the indulgence of our taste buds. It's in the conversation sparked by a shared meal, the laughs exchanged over a particularly messy bite, and the connections forged through shared experiences. It's in the way a simple meal can bring people together from all walks of life. The creators, or mukbangers, as they are fondly called, are the heart of this community. They are the ones who prepare and consume these extravagant meals, sharing their experiences with the world. But without you, the audience, this heart would cease to beat. You are the lifeblood of the mukbang community, the ones who keep the conversation going, who share in the joy of each bite, and who provide the much-needed feedback that helps us grow and evolve. Your engagement, your comments, your likes, and your shares are what make the mukbang community flourish. Your feedback shapes the content we create. It helps us understand what you enjoy, what you'd like to see more of, and how we can improve. It's a symbiotic relationship where your input directly impacts the trajectory of the mukbang content. And then there are those special moments, those unforgettable mukbang experiences that you share with us. Maybe it's the first time you tried a dish that a mukbanger recommended, or the time you cooked a meal alongside your favorite mukbang creator. These shared moments are what make the mukbang community truly special. They are the threads that weave us all together, creating a tapestry of shared experiences and memories. But the mukbang community isn't just about consuming content, it's about creating it too. Have you ever thought about sharing your own mukbang experiences? Maybe you've got a favorite dish you'd love to share with the world, or perhaps you've got a knack for engaging conversation. The mukbang community would love to hear from you. After all, every voice adds a unique flavor to our community. So whether you're a seasoned mukbang enthusiast or new to the scene, remember that you have a place in this community. You have a role to play. Your voice matters, your experiences matter, your feedback matters. You are an integral part of this mukbang journey. As we continue to explore the world of mukbang together, remember that your participation is what makes this journey worthwhile. So, keep sharing your thoughts, your experiences, and your favorite meals. Keep engaging with mukbang creators and other enthusiasts. Keep being the amazing, food-loving person that you are. Because at the end of the day, the mukbang community is not just about food, it's about the people, it's about you. And without you, it simply wouldn't be the same. So keep eating, keep sharing, and keep being you. Because you are what makes the mukbang community truly special. You are an essential part of this mukbang journey, and we look forward to sharing more feasts with you. Before we part ways, there's one more thing we'd like you to do. We invite you to become an integral part of the Mukbang Turnup family by hitting that subscribe button. Your support will allow us to continue sharing these incredible mukbang adventures with you. And if you've enjoyed this gastronomic journey as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you, show us some love. Hit the like button, drop us a comment, and let us know what you thought of today's feast. Your feedback fuels our creativity and helps us bring even more delicious content your way. Don't forget to share this video with your fellow food lovers too. The more, the merrier at our mukbang table. And to ensure you never miss a feast, click on that notification bell. Thank you for joining us on this mukbang adventure, and we can't wait to see you at our next feast. Remember, the Mukbang Turnup community is always here, ready to share another meal with you.